to Off Limits. Liberal, irreverent, and really, really gay. Hello to all my listeners out there. Thanks for joining me tonight on the show. I'm going to take a quick break, come back, and talk. Be right there.
Gonna feel like hell tonight. The tears of rage I cannot fight. I'll be the last to help you understand. Are you strong enough to be my man? My man. Nothing's true and nothing's right. So let me be alone tonight. 'Cause you can't change the way I am. Are you strong enough to be my man? Lie to me. I promise I'll believe. Lie to me. But please don't leave. I have a face I cannot show. I make the rules up as I go. Just try and love me if you can. Are you strong enough to be my man? My man. Are you strong enough to be my man? Are you strong enough to be my man? Are you strong enough, my man? When I've shown you that I just don't care, when I'm throwing punches in the air, when I'm broken down and I can't stand, would you be man enough to be my man? Lie to me. I promise I believe. Lie to me. But please don't leave.
All right, welcome back to the show. Thanks for joining me on Brain Purge tonight here on the Off Limits show. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm broadcasting a little different than I usually do tonight, so when I do it this way, I never know if it's going to work or not. So I apologize if it's not, but hopefully it is. So if you want to call into the show, you can. But I've got to remember what the number is. Hold on. What is the number, actually? Let's look it up here. Hold on a second. think it's listed here somewhere. I think I'd know it by now, but I don't. Okay, so you can call in using Skype for free if you want, Off Limits Show. Or you can call in live to the show using your telephone, 214-377-0481. So feel free to call in anytime during the show if you're interested, and I will take your call, and we can talk about whatever's on your mind, what I'm discussing, or whatever you want to discuss. So hi to David in the chat room. Thanks for joining me, David, and anybody else that's listening. By the way, if you want to know more about me, you can go to offlimitshow.com. You can go to twitter.com, Spreaker.com, also Stitcher.com, and also, of course, iTunes. If you want to download my iTunes or subscribe to my iTunes subscriptions, be sure you subscribe to the newest one. There's 2 on there. They both have the same photograph, and I want you to make sure that you use the right one. So there's an old one, the BTR one, and then there's the new one, which is the Spreaker one. So you want the latest content, download the Spreaker version. So you can tell by the dates on there. If I just broadcast them, that's the correct one. So anyway, so there's a lot going on in the news right now about gay stuff anyway, specifically. First of all, Illinois today did pass gay marriage. So it is now the, I think, 15th state in the country to allow same-sex marriages. And now it just has to go to their governor, who will sign it into the law, or whatever, because the governor has agreed to sign it. So it is now the 15th state that has gay marriage in the country, and it's just going down like dominoes. Every state is just falling and falling and falling and falling. Thank God. All of the negative right-wing morons are falling under the pressure of the right thing to do. Of course, they're not doing it, but the constituents are wanting different things, the people who are in the Senate or whatever for each state. So they have to kind of bow down to that to some degree. And it is a federal amendment now, so it's difficult for states to continue to defend it when it's a federal amendment that it is a civil right. So fortunately, things are looking good in that front. And also, I have to say, Hawaii is also about to do the same thing, about to actually pass gay marriage. Most likely it's going to pass there as well, even though there's a great deal of opposition because of cultural differences and people who don't like gay people, as usual. But it is expected to pass there as well. So fortunately, it is happening faster than I ever thought it was going to happen. But once DOMA was destroyed, it has become easier and easier to see that we are eventually going to have a nationwide state, every corner of the nation will eventually have gay marriage as legal. Thank God. So, and then today there was reported, or a couple days ago rather, a student actually here in the Dallas area. His name is Isaiah Smith, and he is a student at Birdville ISD, which is in the North Richland Hills area of Dallas, which is between Dallas and Fort Worth. It's in the mid-cities, it's called. And actually, my husband was living there when I met him, and he had a house there, and so I know it very well. He actually lived right down the street from that high school at the time. He did. So anyway, this guy's 18 years old, and he got suspended because he ripped apart a Bible to make a point during a speech he made for gay rights in class. And so he ripped apart the Bible to make a point, and they suspended him for 3 days for ripping apart the Bible in a public high school. So there's, of course, a great deal of, backlash about this on both sides. People who say that the guy deserved to be suspended for ripping up the Bible, and those who say that the fact it's a public school, has no right to curtail his freedom of speech that way. And I agree. I do not think that, the Bible is not, okay, look, I know you people out there, or some of you are religious or whatever, but the Bible is not some holy book. It's to some people it seems holy or whatever, and it's a sacrilege to rip it to pieces or to burn it or something, like you're going to go to hell or something, but you're not. But anyway, people think about the Bible the same way some patriotic people think about the flag. Never burn the flag or rip it apart. It's a horrible thing, whatever. So, but the thing is, there's a such thing as free speech in this country, whether people want to provide it to people or not. And it is part of your freedom of speech to to illustrate a point through tearing up a Bible or a book or burning a book. Burning books has been a part of the tradition in America. And just because this particular book was ripped and not even burned, and it happened to be the Bible, somehow makes it exempt, or somehow makes it so this kid who is gay and is continually bullied for being gay in his school ripped apart a Bible to protest the fact that he does not have his rights because of religion. I think there's nothing wrong with that, and I'm sure the majority of people who listen to my show would agree with that, because I know that there is a fine line between people's religious beliefs and their what's the word I'm looking for? The religious beliefs and their belief in our rights as citizens of a country that we live in. Because some people have a hard time reconciling the two, and some people don't at all. Some people always say that their Bible supersedes their patriotism or whatever, or their belief in the Constitution or the freedom of other people. And therein lies the problem. If you have a bunch of people saying that the Bible rules and it controls and dictates everything, and not our laws, and not the things that we as human beings have set out for humanity to be what is considered civil liberties and civil rights in this country, then I think that you have an issue. And, there's nothing wrong with being a Christian or being a Muslim or being a Jew or whatever you are. The problem only comes in when you take your beliefs, as I've always said on my show, take your beliefs and you impart them onto someone else who doesn't share your beliefs. If you don't believe in something or you don't agree with it, and it somehow contradicts your religious belief system, that's your problem if it is the law in this country. Because this country was founded on what? Separation of church and state. Therefore, if the question comes down to whether you follow your religion or you follow your country, or then you follow your country, because that is what's right for people, and that's why we have civil rights in this country. Without civil rights, you can have the Bible, you can have religion, you can have all that bullshit that you want to believe in. Fine, believe in it. However, without civil rights, without the laws that provide us and protect us in this country, and human rights and human laws, the Bible means nothing, because the Bible doesn't protect us. The Bible condones slavery and condones beating women and a million other things that are horrible that the Bible condones. So if we were to go by biblical law for everything, we would be going around fucking nuts, all of us, especially almost 3,000 years after it was written. So you've got to remember that when it comes down to the Bible, or it comes down to what's right for human beings, you've got to fucking listen to your fucking country and what your fellow human beings have dictated, not what some fucking Bible that was written 3,000 years ago dictates, that has nothing to do with today. So just want to say that. Okay, take a break, be right back. right, so that was Book of Love with Boy. That song takes me back, oh my god, to like the 80s. That song's good, a good song. A lot of people don't know it, but it's actually about a girl who's she's like totally in love with all these gay guys or whatever, and she always wants to hang out with them and everything else, but she's not a boy, you know, so she can't really be part of the group or whatever. So I don't know, it's just a good song. I like the music. Book of Love's a good group, by the way. Anyway, so we're back. Welcome back to Brain Purge here on Wednesday morning. It is 2:08 a.m. here in Dallas, Texas, where I live in hellhole. I've lived here all of my fucking life, and it is something that I don't know. Sometimes I regret it. Sometimes I like it. Sometimes I like this fucking city, and sometimes I'm like, what the fuck am I still doing here? But it's hard to leave when you have roots as deep as I do in Texas. And Pimp Daddy Joe, he says that song reminded me of the Silence of the Lambs. Anyway, so but yeah, it's hard to leave when you've been here all your fucking life or whatever. And but the people here, I mean, generally, you know, you can find some really great people, some nice people if you look, and you can find some fucking assholes. But I guess that's just the same way it is anywhere. But when you lived here all your life, it kind of gets old. You know, you want a new scene or whatever. But anyway, I was listening to what's his face's show a couple of days ago, Goofy Bones show a couple of days ago. He and I disagreed about something, and it was what did we talk about? What was the question? I can't remember. Question was, oh yeah, the question, he was talking about bullying and saying how people who bully or whatever, that people who get bullied react like, you know, idiots because they actually are crying over people calling them names or whatever the case may be. And, you know, and so I disagreed with him that wasn't as serious as someone hitting you or bullying you physically. And I disagree. As someone who has been on the receiving end of bullying to some degree through different parts of my life, you know, specifically middle school, high school, I wasn't bullied at all. But, you know, knowing what it means to feel to be bullied, I do disagree with that, because when you are somebody who is being bullied verbally, and I said this in his chat room, I said, words are only words unless they're true. That's what I said to him. And that's an old saying. It's actually a saying from a Madonna song, actually, called Words. But it's and that's true. Words are just words, right? Words can't hurt you, whatever. They're just words, right? That's what people always say. And people are always saying things like, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never harm me, whatever. Not true. I'm sorry. It's just not true. Words are only words unless they're true. It means that if you say something to somebody and, you know, it's not true, then it has no meaning or whatever, ultimately. But to people who, like a kid, a teenager, whatever, specifically a teenager who's not an adult or whatever, and even fucking adults that I've known who are so completely affected by bullying by people verbally or otherwise, they internalize it, especially if you're a sensitive person, as I am, and you're someone who internalizes everything emotionally. And not everybody's built that way. Some people don't internalize things at all, and they're very stoic and have no emotion, and that's how they are. And there are other people who are the other end of the spectrum who are very emotional all the time and internalize everything, like I said. So, and there's people in the middle of the road. So you never know how what you're going to say to someone's going to affect them. And just a kind word to somebody can make their whole fucking day. Let's say somebody's walking down the street and they look really fucking sad, and you're like, hey, or even just fucking smile at them or something. That can change their whole fucking day just by smiling at that person who may be thinking about killing themselves, or maybe thinking about that their life is meaningless or whatever. And something as small as a smile from a stranger, I know how hokey this sounds, can fucking change their whole day or their week or their life. And it's the fucking truth. So I know this. I live my life this way. And oh, sorry, Goofy says, I'm just saying fight back. Oh, I absolutely say fight back. Absolutely. You know, kids, and you were talking about in your show, like kids who would kill themselves over people at school or whatever would say stuff about them. And I would like, I mean, I agree that it's ridiculous to kill yourself for someone saying something to you. Yes, it is ridiculous. But that doesn't make it any less of a threat to a kid who's been continually bullied and continually harassed through when he's a kid or whatever. And sometimes kids can't fight back. I mean, I fought back as a kid. I was never, you know, when I was bullied, I fought back with my words. I mean, one time I was pushed up against the wall in middle school, and this guy it was the last part of gym, but we're waiting for the bell to ring, and we're all dressed, waiting at the door, and I was at the front at the door waiting for it to open so we could go. And this kid goes, "Are you gay?" I'm like, "I'm very happy, thank you." And everybody laughed. All the other guys started laughing. He's like, "No, you know what I mean. Are you a fag?" I'm like, "What do you mean am I a fag? Am I like a stick or am I a cigarette? What are you asking me?" "Well, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean." I'm like, "No, I don't. What the hell are you talking about?" And so I just kept like fucking using my words or whatever. And I said, he's like, "You know, do you like to suck guys' dicks or whatever?" I was like, "Why do you want to date?" You know? So I kept turning it around on him. And that's the way that I got through being bullied and stuff. And typically, you know, if you're witty enough, it will disarm somebody, and they can't really fight back if you're not smart. Typically, bullies aren't smart; they're fucking morons usually. So that's what I did. That's what I chose to do. And that's how I fought back. I didn't fight back I've never in my entire life been in a fight, ever, physically anyway. I've been in many, many verbal fights, believe me, but I've never been in any physical altercation because I've never had to fight to protect myself. But if I needed to, I would. And people always think because I'm gay, you know, that I'm a coward or something. And you know, a lot of times people who are heterosexual equate being gay with being a girl or effeminate or being less of a man in some way or another. And you know, that's very permeated throughout our culture. But unfortunately, for you guys who think that out there, it's not true. I've known so many gay men, and there's many examples of gay men who are incredibly, even more masculine than than heterosexual men. And I've always said, if you could take a dick up your ass, you're much more of a man than a heterosexual man who would whine all day about it. That's what I always say. So I'm going to take a quick break, come back, and going to talk some more about what's going on with me. Be right back. right, so we're back for more Brain Purge. Thanks for joining me here tonight on Brain Purge. That was Madonna with words. Okay, so I want to talk about what's on my mind. That's what I talk about on Brain Purge. Whatever comes up, that's on my mind. So, oh yeah, there's a lag. There's always a lag on here. I don't know why, but there's at least a 20-second lag, or maybe 15 or 30. I don't know, but there's always a lag. They're in the chat room. Sorry, but anyway, so I talk about what's on my mind on this show, and so I've kept quiet for a week or so about this because I wanted to see if things would resolve themselves, but they haven't. And I'm not going to go into details about it, but I have to say that I'm done with fucking crazy ass friends. Okay, quote unquote friends, and I say friends with a quote on it. I'm fucking tired of people who contend to be something that they're not, who contend to be your friend and they're really not, people who lie to you, people who use you, people who pretend to be something to get something from you. Tired of it. Now, I'm a nice guy and I'm giving and I'm loving and I'm compassionate, I'm a great listener, all those great things, and I make a really good friend. And yet because I'm a nice guy, I seem to attract people who want to take advantage of that and use me or whatever. So and that's been that way my entire life. And I've always had the opinion that I could always go one way or the other. I could either become cold-hearted and jaded and wall myself off from friendships with people, or I can continue to be myself, which is open-hearted with open arms and really embrace friendships with people that I connect with. And even when they may or may not actually fuck me over, because that's the thing about friendship is, just like with any relationship, whether it's a friendship or a romantic one, the only way you can have a true friendship with someone is to have intimacy. And I don't mean sexual intimacy, obviously, but I mean to be vulnerable, to allow yourself to be vulnerable enough to open up to someone else and to allow them to do the same to you and for you, and to someone to listen to you and vice versa, and to share your thoughts with, and to be there when you need them to talk. And to me, it's a very simple thing to do because it comes naturally. But for some other people, it's not. And for other people, they just use you for their own selfish gain. And I'm really tired of it, honestly. And I'm really, especially my online friendships that I've had in the past have been, tenuous at best in some ways. I mean, some of them I still have, and I've had friends online for many years I've never met, but continue to be friends with. I mean, I've had people online in my Facebook page, my personal one, that I've known for maybe 15 years I never met. And I even have a client that I just did finish their thing for that I had known for 20 years almost, or no, 15 probably, that actually I'd never met. And we were online friends and finally met last year when I started doing their penthouse. So, and they ended up being really weird too. For example, this person that I met, and this is an online friend that I'd known all these years, right? We had corresponded and stuff like that all over the years. And then when Facebook came out, we were on Facebook, and we've been on Facebook ever since then. And then he and his partner hired me to do their penthouse. And I did their entire penthouse, top to bottom. Okay. And this thing was a shell. Okay. It was a shell. Literally all it was were concrete walls, and there was no plumbing. There was no electrical, no flooring, no ceiling. Literally all it was concrete. Okay. And so we had to go in, and I designed the entire thing. Came out beautifully. I mean, gorgeous. It's one of my favorite things I've ever done. The result is beautiful. You can go to my website if you want to see it, if you know my website, my personal business website. Anyway, and so I did this for them, and we went over there to do the final pictures, right? And after I'm finished with any kind of project, I get pictures taken of it to document, and I can also submit them to magazines and, online and stuff like that. And also for my portfolio, obviously. And so we went over there to take photographs. We were there for 4 hours taking photographs because it's a big place, right? And the photographer's taking pictures, whatever. And we were there for 2 hours before he even offered us a drink. Okay, now I know that may sound like no big deal to you. Oh my God, he didn't offer me a drink, right? I mean, he didn't offer either one of us a drink. But we've been going all day, and my point is like, I was raised when someone comes to your house to offer them a drink or something to eat if it's that time to eat or something, or if you're eating, offer them something to eat. And it's just a courtesy thing. It's a common courtesy thing. It's a polite thing to do. And he was so fucking, he didn't even think about it. And finally, we were so thirsty, both of us, that because we've been running around all day, I'd done 2 other projects before his, and he's sitting there, by the way, telling us the whole time about his genealogy and stuff like that. And it was interesting, but I mean, literally talking about his family and all his family, like drama and stuff. It was interesting, but we were like, oh my God, just, can we just get finished, and offer us a fucking drink. We're thirsty. And so finally I'm sitting there at the bar that I designed, and I go, his name, I'll say his name's Joe. I'm not going to say his real name. I go, Joe, do you think it'd be okay if I got a drink? He's like, oh yeah, okay. And then the photographer was in there. He's like, oh yeah, me too. Cause he was like really thirsty cause he's running around the whole time setting up shots and stuff. Right. And so we go get a drink. He goes to the refrigerator, gets us a glass, and we get the water out of the refrigerator. And that's what we had. And that was fine. I'm like, just gulped it down because I was like parched as hell and dehydrated. And so was the photographer. And he gave us a little tiny glass too. It wasn't even a big one. Anyway, and so moving on. So after that happened, then we're sitting there on the sofa while the photographer's finishing up the photographs. He's telling me, oh yeah, so I'm inviting the contractors who worked on the place, the ones that actually did the actual construction, to actually come. I'm inviting them to a party so they can show their wives what we did. And he said, and then we're going to have a party with just our friends. And he never invited me to the party. He never said a word to me. I'm the one who fucking designed the whole place. I was the architect, okay? Top to fucking bottom. Architecture, interior design, fixtures, materials, everything. Came out beautifully. They loved it. Didn't even invite me to go to the party. Neither one of them. Not for the contractors or whatever, or not for his friends. And so I just sat there and didn't say anything about it. And so he has this party, whatever. He never invited me to go ever. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this man? He has no common sense about like, common courtesy, and no like common sense about just how to fucking be like nice to people. And why would he not invite me? What the fuck did I do to him? We had a great working relationship. He loved it. I mean, so what the fuck? And so I just walked out of there and leaving, and I said, okay, thanks, bye. And I didn't even look back. I just walked out, and that was it. And so I haven't heard from him since, and I never will probably again. But my point in telling you all of that crap is that that's just one example. But I have a certain level of, I don't know, I guess I'm just nicer than most people, and I have a certain level of like normal common courtesy for people. And this has happened to me many times within friendships and other things like that. And so I'll probably never talk to that guy again, even though we've talked for 15 years. And I just thought it was bizarre. And so then on one of my online friends that I was friends with for a very long time here online, apparently has decided to lose her fucking mind, and her head like went off of her body or something, and it was replaced with someone else's, I think. I don't know what the fuck happened to her, but she apparently has just decided to write me off for no fucking reason at all, just because she's a fucking bitch, I guess. So what the fuck ever. My point is, in all this though, is look, I am a good person, and I'm not a mean person, and I'm kind, and all those good things I said earlier. And if you have a problem with me, talk to me about it. Have the fucking balls, or the fucking ovaries, as the case may be, to fucking talk to me about it. Don't skulk off like a fucking 2-year-old girl or boy, as the case may be, and just refuse to talk to me and tell me what the fuck you're mad about. That's so fucking ridiculous to me, and it's childish, and it's immature, and it's like something you would do in like elementary school. So if you're a fucking adult, act like a goddamn adult. That's what I'm saying. So I'm just sick of this shit, and I'm not gonna. And so I was a little like for a week or two, I was like, okay, what's gonna happen? And I've even said, look, and this is true about me too. Once I turn myself off to somebody, it's done. I have this thing about me. I've always been this way. I give all of myself, my heart, my soul to my friends, whether they're real friends or online friends or whatever. And I give myself to them completely because that's the kind of person I am. It just comes to me naturally. And once you fucked me over, and really I've done nothing to you to deserve it, it becomes to a point where there's a certain window of time where you can come to me and you can apologize, or you talk to me at least, to talk about it or whatever. We can talk it out. And if that window passes, then it is done. It is no more. We are no longer friends. And that is where I am now, and I am done with it. Because fortunately, I don't need this person in my life, and apparently they don't need me in theirs either. But I obviously misjudged this person immensely. And I just have to keep hitting myself over the head because it keeps happening to me with online friends. I keep making online friends, and then they keep fucking me over for no reason but their own craziness and their own psychosis, I guess. So I'll be right back.
Yes, so crazy right now. Most incredibly, it's your girl, me, it's your boy, Young. You ready? History in the making, part 2. So crazy right now.
I look to stare so deep in your eyes. I touch on you more and more every time. When you leave, I'm begging you not to go. Call your name 2-3 times in a row. Such a funny thing for me to try to explain. How I'm feeling and my pride is the one to blame. Cause I know I don't understand just how your love can do it, no one else can. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you page me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you save me right now. Looking so crazy, your love got me looking so crazy, your love. When I talk to my friends so quietly, who do you think he is? Look at what you did to me. Fitted shoes don't even need to buy a new dress. If you ain't there, ain't nobody else to impress. It's the way that you know what I thought I knew. It's the beats in my heart just when I'm with you. But I still don't understand just how you look and do what no one else can. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you page me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you save me right now. Looking so crazy, your love's got me looking so crazy, your love. I'm looking so crazy, your love's got me looking so crazy, your love.
Young Ho, y'all know when the flow is loco. Young B and the ROC. OG, big homie, the one and only. Stick bony, but the pockets are fat like Tony. Soprano, the rock handle like Ben X2. I shake bonies, man, you can't get next to. The genuine article, I do not sing though. I sling though, if anything, I bling yo. Star like Ringo, war like a Greensboro wreck. Crazy, bring your whole set. Jay-Z in the range, crazy in the range. They can't figure him out, they like, hey, is he insane? Yes, sir, I'm cut from a different cloth. My texture is the best firm chinchilla. I've been dealing with chain smokers. How you think I got the name over? I've been realer, the game's over. Fall back young, ever since I made the change over the platinum, the game's been a rap one.
Got me looking so crazy, my baby. I'm not myself lately. I'm foolish. I don't do this. I've been playing myself, baby. I don't care. 'Cause your love got the best of me, and baby you're making a fool of me. You got me strong, and I don't care who sees. 'Cause baby you got me so crazy, baby. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you page me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you save me right now. Looking so crazy, your love got me looking so crazy, your love. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you page me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you save me right now. Looking so crazy, your love got me looking so crazy, your love.
Beyonce is one fucking wonderful woman, let me tell you. All right, so sorry to cut it off abruptly like that. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, so that was Beyonce with Crazy in Love. Great song, great song. I think it was like 2001 or something. I don't know. It was a while back. I remember that song coming out, though. It was later than that, I think, maybe, but good song, good song. So I don't know if you all heard, but I talked about it on my show the other day. There was a gospel singer named Kevin Terry whose gay sex tape was released online. It came out online. It was not a sex tape like a porn, but it was like somebody made it. I think he made it home. Somebody made it of him sucking this guy's dick. Okay, and this guy is like supposed to be like straight and all that stuff, right? And what the fuck is Goodbye Horses? I don't know what that is. What is that? You tell me what it is. If I can find it, I'll play it. Okay. Anyway, but apparently now the Christian community is freaking out over this and just cannot get over this thing. But the problem is, look, okay, this first of all happened in this guy's private home or whatever. It happened somewhere, privacy, right, or private, and it got out somehow. Either the guy, first of all, he shouldn't have allowed himself to be filmed in the first place if he knew he was being filmed. Maybe the guy had like glasses on that record him or something. I don't know. But the thing is, it's who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares if this guy is gay? Why does it all of a sudden make him like anti-Christian or something because he's gay? Oh, because they'll allow, and I've said this earlier, you know, okay, this guy is gay, he's a gospel singer and he's gay, and that means now he can't sing gospel music and he can't be a Christian. Okay, so being gay according to Christians is evil and a sin according to Christians. Well, so is being an adulterer. Did they kick all the adulterers out of gospel music? I'm sure plenty of gospel singers have had sex with someone that's not their wife or their husband before. Or people who, you know, there's a million things that people do. It always surprises me that people always choose being gay as the most horrible thing ever. Oh, and that reminds me, there was this really cool video. Of these kids. I wish I could find it. I saw it. Maybe it's on here somewhere. I saw it this morning or yesterday morning. And it's these group of kids that are being recorded. They're like between 5 and like 12 years old. And they're being recorded seeing these gay couple get married or be proposed to rather. And then this lesbian couple get proposed to. And so they get their honest reactions about them. So all these kids, except for one, there was like maybe 15 kids or 10 kids maybe. And like one of the 10 kids said, oh, that's wrong, whatever. And that's because his parents told him that because he's like literally 5 years old. And the other kids are like, you know, when they tell them that people won't let them get married, they're like, what? Why? You know, and they're like, no big deal. And they're very like, it's like no big deal to any of these kids. So that proves basically that being homophobic is taught. Homophobia is taught. It's not a natural thing that you just homophobic, you don't like gay people. It's something you're taught through your culture, through your society, whoever you hang out with, your friends you grow up with, whatever. It is completely not fucking something that's natural. It is something that is, what I'm saying, homophobia is not natural. It's something that is taught. So that's proven by this video. And so why do people need to fucking care so much about this? Well, thank you. I'm glad you don't give a shit, Goofy. I just don't think it fucking matters, and people are just so fucking hung up on it because it's like, who the fuck cares? But yeah, so it was an interesting little video, I thought, that was that came out about that. And there was a oh wait, where was it? There was something I saw on here earlier. Oh, for all of those of you who know who Lucas Ridgeton is, and if you're gay, you probably know who Lucas Ridgeton is. He has been out of the scene for a very long time, but he is coming back. Last time you saw him, he was probably in his early 20s, and now he's like my age, actually. And he is coming back now. So if you're interested in seeing him, you can see him. Where can you see him? I got to see where it's listed. You can see him at Bellamy online if you're interested in seeing Lucas. But he was gorgeous as a kid. He is gorgeous now. This man is fucking beautiful. I mean, he's still beautiful. I mean, it always pisses me off when guys who are that gorgeous stay that gorgeous their entire life. You know, he has all his hair and everything else. He's fucking hot. And yes, Goofy, whores are great in bed. I have to admit, you're right about that. I don't know what the female variety, but the male varieties are wonderful. I love the horsemen. You know, I agree. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick break, come back with some more discussion before we wrap up. And I have the phone lines open if you want to call in. If you don't, that's cool. I'll be back in just a minute. Let me find something to play. Let's see. I don't have that fucking horses song. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm going to Google it, but hold on a minute. Let me find something to play here. I don't know. Any requests? Like anybody you want to hear besides the stupid horse song? Anything you want to hear about the stupid horse song? Because I really don't know. I have a lot of music on here. Let's see. God. I don't know, man. Britney Spears. How about old school Britney Spears? Be right back.
I think I did it again. I made you believe we're more than just friends. Oh baby, it might seem like a crush, but it doesn't mean that I'm serious. 'Cause to lose all my senses, that is just so typically me. Oh baby, baby, I did it again. I played with your heart, got lost in this game. Oh baby, baby, you think I'm in love, and I'm sent from above. I'm not that innocent. You see, my problem is this: I'm dreaming away, wishing that heroes they truly exist. I cry watching the days. Can't you see I'm a fool in so many ways? But to lose all my senses, that is just so typically me, baby. Oh, I did it again. I played with your heart, got lost in this game. Oh baby, baby, you think I'm in love,
better stare. Ginger Rogers, dance on air. They had style, they had grace. Rita Hayworth gave good face. Lauren Catherine Manitou, Betty Davis, we love you. Ladies with an attitude, fellas that were in the mood. Strike a pose, there's nothing to it. You got to let your body go to the music. You got to just let your body go with the flow. You got to
All right, that was Vogue by Madonna. I'm out of breath now. I've been sitting here voguing the whole fucking song. That was by request by Goofy Bone. Thanks for taking me back to 1990. That was fun. I forgot how much I love that song, and I'm a Madonna fan through and through. Wow. 1990 was a great year, by the way. Anyway, so welcome back to Brain Purge. I want to say hi to Chris Toff, who just came into the chat. Thanks for visiting and dropping in. I appreciate it. Of course, David, the 5x5, Goofy Bone, and also Pimp Daddy Joel P. Thanks for hanging out with me on the show tonight. So, yeah, you wish it came out before you did, David. Please. Oh, before you came out. Oh. I was already out. Actually, I'd come out the year before Vogue came out, because I was 15 years old when Vogue came out. I remember coming home from the end of summer from my freshman year and coming into my room and turning on MTV, and there was the video for Vogue, and I almost had a fucking cow. It was fucking amazing. I never would be the same again. Anyway, so we've got a couple more requests. We've got Goodbye Horses in a second after this. Next up, we have Patti LaBelle song that's also by request by David. Be right back after this.
It's not easy. It's never been easy to let anyone see the sentimental side of me. Thank you, Sam Fine. Thank you, Michael Horrell. As hard as I try, I can't help but show it's my heart. New York, you're taking when you go. I love you too. Way up high. That I've heard of once in a lullaby. Someday I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. So far away, troubles not like lemon drops where you come chimney tops. That's where you will find
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I burned that CD from an old CD. It was all scratched up. Sorry about that. Anyway, that was by LaBelle. That's part of it anyway. Next we've got, I'm sorry I couldn't play the rest of it. Next up we've got a song called Goodbye Horses. I don't know if this is the right song or whatever, but let's see if it is. Here it is. I don't know if this is the right song, but we'll see. That was Goodbye Horses by Q Lazarus. next to last song. Thanks for joining me on Brain Purge. Have a great night.
Reach out, touch faith.
Reach out and touch faith.